Hello and welcome everyone. I'm the Pale Horse CJ Metal and today I'm galloping towards supreme metaphysical violence by Holy Death. Not gonna lie, really the only reason I listened to this EP was because of the album cover, or the EP cover I guess in this case, and the title. If you break down the title Supreme Metaphysical Violence, it roughly means violence that transcends our physical reality and exists in another form beyond what we can sense. To me, this could go a philosophical route, or even possibly a sci-fi route, maybe. I'm really game for either way. I mean, considering this EP is also a Death Doom metal release, I was interested to see how the band would play this out. Since there's only 5 tracks on here, let's just go ahead and break them down, shall we? First up on the list, we have Supreme Violence. Alright, we're starting strong with a pretty badass name. So the song starts off with a heavily distorted bass, followed by the entrance of drums. Finally, the guitar kicks in, and we get a Death Doom intro riff that's pretty good. Reminds me kind of the song Necrometrical Screams by Celtic Frost. If you haven't heard that song, you probably should. It's quite good. After some repetition, it changes into a solid Death Doom chorus riff. This is also where the double vocals come into play as well. We got one that is that kind of metalcore-ish sounding vocal style, and the other one is a growl. When these two forces unite, it doesn't sound very good, honestly. I mean, separate they're okay, but together, not so much. Now, one of the biggest issues I have is the amount of times Supreme Violence is said. I'm not a fan of bands who say the song title over and over again. I just really find that really just annoying, and it rather lazy in my opinion, but that's just me. I mean, I didn't even like that kind of repetition on Overkill by Motorhead. Honestly, kind of ruined the album for me. And I like Motorhead, so that's a shame. I mean, there are other lyrics on here, but Supreme Violence seems to be like the favored 2 words. I really don't know why. Anyway, so the song continues on, and then a slight variation of the intro riff ends us out. Overall, this isn't a bad song, but the repeating title is just really annoying. So what do you call a grave without a corpse? An empty grave, and that just so happens to be the name of the second song on here. So the song starts off with a cleanly played melancholic riff that repeats the entire time, mixed in with some whispering vocals this time. Towards the end of the track, my old nemesis comes back to haunt me. That nemesis, of course, being amp feedback. God damn it, I hate that shit. I hated it when Electric Wizard did it, and I hate it now. And that's pretty much it. That's the whole track, honestly. Overall, while it's definitely not a bad track, it is really not a good follow-up to Supreme Violence, which was heavy and dark and shit. This one's like kind of sad and soft. It just makes no sense. Why would you put that right after that kind of song? It's just I don't have anything else to say. Next up, we have the song Pound of Flesh. But this time, oh ho ho, you're in for a surprise, because that of is spelled with a V instead of an F. The same way Behemoth does it, because, you know, that's just true cult shit right there. So Pound of Flesh starts off with a promising heavy doomy riff. And then the vocals come along and lay on top of it.
Death will find you, pound of flesh, pint of blood. Pound of flesh, pint of blood.
Here the growls and metalcore vocals actually layer nicely together, and they don't sound bad this time. Probably because they're the same volume now. That might have something to do with it. Now the song continues with the same riff from the intro, and it sounds like the song is coming to an end at this point. But there's still over a minute left, so what's coming next, you might ask? Well, it's a cleanish sounding drone riff, and that's how the song ends. It's just a minute, like over a minute of just the same cleanish riff again. Seriously, I'm at a loss for words on some of these songs. I mean, the song starts off strong, but then it just drags itself to the finish line. The song could have ended a minute ago, but no, we have to listen to this. Next up on the list, we have the song Nothingness. Now, where have I heard this riff before? To me, it sounds like the riff from the song Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath from the album Black Sabbath. I mean, obviously it isn't an exact copy, and that's just the riff you get for this whole song. I mean, there's nothing else but this one riff that just drones on again. 3 minutes dedicated to this one riff. I mean, maybe it's an homage to Black Sabbath, which, you know, is cool and fine, but not sure why you dedicated one whole riff for 3 minutes to them. Maybe I just don't get it. There is a piano though, so I mean, that's kind of cool, I guess. I see London, I see France, I see a pale horse. Wait a minute, that's not right. So once again, we have another song that starts off promising, and let's pray to Satan that it stays promising. It has a nice distorted bass intro, so far so good. The guitar and drums come along and complete the going down style riff, if you will. The vocals this time come in another form, this time in the demon voice effect sound. I have a question. Why the demon voice effect? Anyways, the song continues to drone for another 3 minutes, until once again it sounds like the song is closing up shop, but we all know that it's not. And now we're stuck with a minute of distorted reverb and single cymbal hitting. understand that this band is relatively new and that they are probably still trying to find their sound. It seems that they want to go the heavy, distorted death doom route, which of course is all good and fine with me. They have a good tone and they know how to make some good riffs, so they at least have some potential right now and somewhat of a little foundation. They just really need to expand on the lyrics, structure their songs a lot better, and formulate a comprehensive group of songs that flow together instead of sounding like polar opposites. But of course, this is just all my input and opinion on it. I mean, overall, this EP is going to get a bad/skip from me. I really hope these guys progress because right now it's not sounding too good, if I'm being honest, which of course I am. Alright everyone, that's going to be it for this review. I know it was a bit longer, but I just wanted to try to do something a little different this time, if you understand that. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure you tell a friend to do the same, and I'll see you at the next review.